Hello students, how are you? Students, this is your biology class. So, our chapter is weather, soil and climate. So, students, today we have to discuss climate. So, what do you mean by climate? Actually, the average weather pattern absorbed at a particular place over a long period of a time, say 25 years, is called climate of the place. Climate determined by two main factors. One is temperature and another is rainfall. So climate of one place can be determined by calculate the mean temperature and mean rainfall of the place over many years. So mean temperature and mean rainfall. Let's see. Step 1, we find average minimum temperature and maximum temperature and rainfall recorded during a month January. So students, mean temperature and mean rainfall. Step 2, calculate the average of minimum average and maximum average of temperature and average of rainfall overall many year, usually 25 year. So same month, this is given as minimum and maximum temperature in degree Celsius and total rainfall in mm. So in this slide we see average minimum temperature is 17, maximum is 23 and average rainfall is 68, overall 25 year. So a mean is 18 degree Celsius temperature minimum and 24 degree Celsius maximum and 70 mm is rainfall. So can you find the average of minimum and maximum temperature based upon a data? So we have to calculate 5-day data, minimum temperature and maximum temperature. So in case how to we conclude average minimum and average maximum, we have to find out the mean of both temperature and rainfall. So similarly, average rainfall is depend upon all 5 days, which is divisible by 5, after that 60 mm. So student, that is the main factor how to be climate recorded. So again I am going to summarize this topic. Climate is a particular place weather till 25 year. So students, how do we analyze the climate of different geographical location? For example, which of two places receives more rainfall and how is its climate? There are two tables. First of all, January to December. First is daily minimum temperature, which is about Srinagar and Jammu and Kashmir, and second table is Tripura and Kerala. So there are overall 1 year record of daily minimum temperature and maximum temperature and rainfall. According to this graph, we decided Tripura receives more rainfall and so its climate would be wet as compared to Srinagar, where climate would be dry. So which two places is in which two places is hotter. So daily maximum temperature of Tripura is higher for all our month in a year of that of Srinagar. Hence, Tripura is hotter than Srinagar. So, which of the two places is coldest? Similarly, we know that the daily minimum temperature of Srinagar is lower as comparison of Tripura. So, Srinagar is colder than the Tripura. So, analyze the climate. In Srinagar, the minimum temperature and mean total rainfall is low. So, hence the climate of Srinagar is cold. In same example, in Kerala, their temperature is higher and mean rainfall is higher. The climate of Tripura is hot and wet. So student, now I am going to comparing weather and climate. So why do we think the weather forecast or report but no climate forecast or climate report? That is why the weather change very frequently, whereas climate almost constant. So hence we do not have any climate forecast. In Tripura is you feel a cold breeze one evening, how will you describe it? The climate is cold today or the weather is cold today? So correct answer is weather is cold today because weather change frequently as compared to climate. So weather day to day condition, climate overall after 25 or recorded 25-year average. So student, after to getting climate and difference between climate and weather, now we discuss practice question number 3.1, 3.4, 5 and 6. So first of all, our first question, why is it easier to predict the climate of a place than to predict weather? That is the reason because weather change frequently and weather is for short time, but climate of a particular place for a long time. So that's why it is easier to predict climate of place. In case of weather, it varies over a short time. So next one is on your SB5, that after notice a dark cloud in a sky one morning, Radha mother suggests the Radha carry an umbrella. What was her suggestion based on the weather or climate? Actually, Radha mother suggests based upon weather because weather changes day to day comparison to climate. So that's why he suggests based upon dark cloud in the sky, which indicate rainy weather for a day. So question number 3.5 on SB5. So Sundar is going to Ladakh for a week in December. How can decide the type of clothing carry? The type of clothing he carried depend upon climate of this place. Because climate of Ladakh is cold and dry in December, so Sundar should carry a warm cloth. So last is 3.6 on your SB5. Create the Venn diagram of your notebook and distinguish between weather and climate. Actually, similarity between weather and climate and weather. So that is, which is the similar thing, temperature and rainfall determine the both weather and climate, but in state of atmosphere at a particular place and particular time, but it is pattern of weather observed particular place over a long period of time. So that is the climate. So student, this is the our today's topic is related to climate. So if you have any problem related to this topic, you have to text me anytime. Thank you. Happy learning.